Hi, my name is Phil Tompkinson, Technical Director here at i2B. Today I'm going to take you through a training session as a vendor for a client of ours who are using our i2B software to communicate with you. There are two supplier interfaces, two suppliers, light and full. The light version is a quick, easily accessed system giving you access to view your purchase orders directly from your emails, with no need for remembering any login details and passwords. The full version requires a username and password, but gives you more access to more functions within the i2B platform. This training session is for the light version of i2B. So if you need training on the full version of i2B, the link to that training video is in the description below. Okay, so let's get started. During this training video, we'll be introducing the functions available to you as a light vendor user within the i2B system. I'm going to go through a live demo showing you from the point of view of receiving an alert about a new order to accessing and performing functions within the system. You'll be shown how to view your orders, accept or decline them, and chat to your purchasing representative via the tool. We'll finish off with how you can then get additional support and help if you need it. So what functions are we going to go through? The first one is receiving an alert for a new or changed order. What will happen is that you will receive an email to tell you that there is a new purchase order being placed on you. The email will look something like this. It will, in the subject, say there's an email alert from, in this case, it's the i2B testing company, but in reality, that will be from one of our clients using the system. So Greco, Weir, Centrica, Princes, etc. And it will be for the attention of yourself, and it will just give you a very brief description of the order. So in this example, in this email, there's actually two things happening here. The order has been raised, so there's one line on it, and that's the purchase order number. And also straight after the order was created, the delivery date was changed. And this is just to give you an example of what these emails will look like in real life. So you will receive new order alerts, and you will also receive change order alerts. There's no attachments to these emails, so there's no PDF. Basically what will happen is that when you click to view your purchase order, it will take you to a real life, up-to-date, current version of that PO. So it will reflect all the latest changes. So if there's quantity changes or delivery date changes, they will always be up to date. So you don't have to keep revisions or save download copies of PDFs. All you have is a single link, and that will take you through to the current and latest version of that purchase order. It's worth noticing here that the email will come from an email address which is do not reply at i2b-online.com. So it's worthwhile keeping an eye open for emails from there. The email will obviously tell you where the order is coming from, and it will also at the bottom of the email have the buyer's details from your customer here. Okay, so that's the receiving of alerts. So what else can you do? You can then action or decline the order, chat with the buyer, and print and download your order. So it's going back to the email. It's very simple. Just click on the link, and what that will do is open up a browser on your device. Okay, so I'll mention this again further into the training video, but the system can be, or your orders can be accessed on any device that has access to the internet. That can be on your desktop, like I'm demonstrating here, or it could be also on your mobile phone. The system works on any mobile device, so whether that's your phone, iPad, tablet, or desktop. As long as it's got access to the internet and a browser, the system will load up your order and you'll be able to view it on that device. Okay, so this is an example here of an order. Obviously, it will have your customer's details up here, company name, logo, and it will have some header information, so the PO number, the order date, your details here, your vendor details, any particular delivery address, ship to information, other than the default address up here, if it would be in here, the procurement person that you're dealing with, their contact details. And then when we get down to the actual lines, in this example it's very simple, we just have one line on this order, but obviously it could be many lines on the PO, and those would just flow underneath. So as you'll see, it looks very much like the purchase order that you currently receive from your customer, but it's just a web-based version of that rather than being emailed to you in hard copy as a PDF. Okay. The advantages there are that this is always up to date. So whenever you click on the link, all the order quantities, delivery dates, pricing information, it's always up to date and the most recent version. You also have the terms and conditions in here. Again, this is just an example, but this will obviously reflect the terms and conditions of that order from your customer. This is going from the top. We've just got some buttons up here, so you could print the purchase order off, and then there's two ways to actually action the PO. There's just a simple straight accept full order, and what that will do is communicate back with, in this case, the buyer, Dan Black, for our demo company, and it will send Dan an email to say that you accept this order and you are now going to go off and produce or deliver the parts that are on the PO. There's another option here which is just action. So if I click on action, I'll show you the option that we get here. What we've got is just a simple screen here. If I just click this button here, it goes between accept or decline the order. Okay. So if you're accepting the order, but you want to put some comments, just for additional clarification, you can accept the order and put comments in here, or you can decline the order and put some comments in here as to why you're declining it. Okay, so those are the two options in there. If I just click back, it takes me back to the order, or as I mentioned before, you can just click on accept full order and then that's it. Okay, so what other options have we got? We've got a chat facility. So we can, wherever you see this little speech bubble here, you can click on that, and what that will do is open up a chat function. So instead of sending an email response back to your purchasing rep at your client, you can just do it via this tool. The advantages there is that this is audited, so we have a full history. So again, the buyer can communicate through this tool as well, and similar to the notification you received about the new purchase order, you will receive a notification that there has been a chat message, and you can click on it and view it in here. And similarly, you can send messages back to the buyer as well. It's by typing in messages in here and clicking on the send button. Okay, so that's the chat facility. That's at the PO number here. If you want to get very specific, we have a chat facility on the line as well. So you can actually click on and actually chat about a particular line on the order. In this example, there's only one line, but if you could imagine that in some instances there will be many lines, and if you wanted to specifically chat about a particular line, you would just click on the speech bubble on the line and talk about that. Okay. What we also have here is a paperclip. This paperclip is red, so what that means is that there's actually some additional attachments to this particular PO. If it's black, then there's no particular attachments there, but if it's red, what you can do is click on the paper link, and what it does is then gives you a list of files that you can access that are relating to that particular purchase order line. These might be drawing specifications, there might be PDFs, Excel spreadsheets, Word documents, as I said, drawings, etc. And what you can do is just by clicking on the actual file name, it will then either download them or open them up in a separate browser tab for you to view. You could also attach files yourself as a supplier. So if you wanted to send an attachment back to your buyer at your client, just click on Choose File here, and it will open up a file picker window where you can then pick a file and then just click on the upload function here, and what that will do is upload the file and attach it to this list here, so the buyer can actually have access to that. Okay, so this is a two-way street. So similar to the chat facility, you have the attachments. Okay, so that's basically it as a light vendor accessing the i2B platform. So it's very, very simple. You receive an email, and on that email it will tell you if there's a new order or a change to an order, and it's a case of just clicking to view, and that will open up a browser and give you these functions here. To accept the order, action the order if you want to be a bit more specific, and type some comments back as to why you are accepting or declining, print the order off, and also communicate by the chat functionality or view the attachments. There's one other option over here, which is vendor reference. If you want to record your own vendor number, vendor order number against this particular purchase order, you can do so. All you do is click on the box here, type in your reference, and click on update, and then that will remember that reference for you. So when you if you receive a further notification for this order, when you click on it, you'll be able to see that reference and tie it back to your own order. Okay, just going back to the PowerPoint slides. Other things worth mentioning in here is that the alerts are real time. So you will receive the alerts typically straight away. As soon as the order is raised by the buyer, you will receive an alert. Sometimes these might be grouped together, so they may be sent out hourly. So, or it may well be that they're sent out a bit less frequent than that, but typically these are generated real time. So as soon as an order is raised on you by the purchasing representative, you will receive an alert to then go and click an action. We also have other options. So this is worthwhile mentioning. As I mentioned at the start of this training video, there is a full vendor access option, but we also have other options. So if you have the technology to be able to accept EDI files from your client, we have that functionality available too. So if that's something that you'd like to progress, just get in touch with your purchasing representative at your customer, and then between ourselves, i2B, and them, we'll be able to get EDI switched on for you. The other thing worth noting is that every time that you action something through the system, so if you type in any comments, attach a document, or accept, decline any order, this is automatically reported back to the buyer, so they are seeing exactly the same information as you are. It's just a single view. So as I mentioned before, there is a full account version where there's graphical analysis and on-time delivery stats, etc. If that's of interest to you, again, just get in touch with your procurement contact, your buyer at your client, and they can progress that further with you. Okay. The other thing worth mentioning is that when your goods are delivered, so once you've received the order, you've accepted it, you ship the parts or services to your client. Once they have been delivered, that information will also be updated onto the order. So the same link that I clicked on previously when you view the order, any goods receipt information, as soon as that is booked in at your client side, will also update the order as well. So you'll be able to click on that link to view the order and see exactly what has been goods receipted, and when they were goods receipted as well. So you'll have full visibility of the order from receiving it all the way through to its completion. Okay, so as I mentioned before, it's mobile device ready. So without repeating myself, it can be accessed on any mobile device, mobile phone, tablet, iPad, laptop, desktop, etc. And it's got a very clever interface in that when you click on the link, the screen automatically formats to the device that you're viewing the order on. Now, with regards to ongoing support, if you've got any questions at all, your first stop or your first point of contact is your purchasing representative at your customer. i2B has over 30,000 suppliers using our software worldwide. We have 3 offices in the UK, Australia, and the US. And we will help you if you have any problems, but really you have the first contact really should be your purchasing contact, your purchasing representative. But if there's any critical support, any technical support that you may have, please get in touch with us. Just drop an email to support@i2b-online.com, and one of our support guys will get back to you. If you feel that the system would be of use to your organization, if you feel that you could use i2B to communicate better with your suppliers, just drop us an email at hello@i2b-online.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for your time.